Well, it looks like that colder air we've been talking about is well on its way. We'll take a look at the arrival time that we expect that to move in. Coming up next on the news at noon.
Coming up, new information released this afternoon on an alleged kidnapping and assault in Amarillo. And some citizens of Fritch are demanding answers from leaders over recent controversy. We'll have the latest today on the news at noon. But first, we begin with breaking news out of Oklahoma today. Right now, officials at the University of Oklahoma are warning students to take shelter after reports of a possible shooting at a building on the Norman campus. Now, this is a live look at the scene. Authorities say they were called to the campus just after 11 this morning. Students received a text message alert saying shooting on campus, avoid Gould Hall, seek immediate shelter in place. In this picture, which was posted on Twitter, you can see police entering that building. Norman police confirm they're working with campus police to investigate the incident. And of course, we'll keep you updated as information continues to unfold in this breaking story. Well, we now know the names of 2 men arrested in connection with an assault and kidnapping in Amarillo. Police say just before 5 yesterday morning, a man was taken from his home in the 2900 block of Wichita to a home 2 blocks away. He claims that's where he was assaulted and shot repeatedly with a BB gun. The victim managed to escape and seek help from neighbors down the street. With the help of SWAT, Amarillo police report they arrested Joshua Anderson for aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault. Jesse Attic was also booked for aggravated assault. 2 females were also arrested at the scene on unrelated charges. Well, cooler weather is already starting to move into the area. To see how our snow chances are looking, we join Storm Track 10 meteorologist Alan Gwynn. Hi, Alan.
Hey there, Michelle. Yeah, you know what? We're looking at a cooler day today, but the real cool down, like we've been talking for the past several days, is going to be tomorrow. And there's still a chance of some snow in parts of the area. The bad news is it's never looked, even from the beginning, like it was going to really amount to a whole lot, but we'll take any kind of moisture that we can. First of all, if you've been looking outside today, you've noticed all the high clouds that are streaming across the area. Well, that's in advance of a little upper level energy that's coming in from the west, and that's kind of holding that sunshine back. Now, we had a cold front that came through early this morning. This is kind of lined up just to our south, but we have yet another cold front that is well up here to the north in northern parts of Kansas. That's the one that's packing the real punch. Now, we will be looking at a few temperatures here to show you that, well, we're definitely warming up a lot slower than yesterday. In fact, most of us should stay in the 40s. Right now, we're about 42 degrees, but we're going to talk about those snow chances and how really cold it's going to get for tomorrow here in a few minutes. Now back to news.
Thank you, Alan. Concerned citizens showed up in full force last night in Fritch. News Channel 10's Heather Geller is live in the news center with why the small town is having some big problems.
More than 50 people attended last night's city council meeting in Fritch to hear the latest news on the city's finances, which have been a topic for concern for many residents. The Attorney General's office has subpoenaed statements from 2 government investment groups and other individuals that are not named as part of an ongoing investigation into Fritch's city finances. Fritch's interim city manager, John Horst, says state auditors are taking a close look at finances of some former employees and are examining loans taken out by former city workers.
Is the state investigating a former city manager?
That's a tough one. I would say yes.
The investigation will be looking at allegations that at least one city employee received a loan to make a down payment on a home. Officials don't yet know how much money is missing from the city, but hope more details will surface. Horst said officials also hope indictments will be brought against those responsible. Live in the news center, Heather Geller, News Channel 10.
A new city logo has been chosen for Amarillo, and after the attention the city's last logo received, they made sure this one was looked at by professionals at Amarillo College, WT, and a trademark attorney. News Channel 10's Colleen Nelson has the latest surrounding this ongoing story.
It was back in November when the whole controversy started.
That's so similar. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, how does that happen?
After the city was asked to remove their logo that was very similar to a design from a real estate company in Dubai, the search for a new one began.
Thank you for bailing us out.
The Globe News opened a competition, allowing locals to submit their own designs. After going through more than 500 entries, letting the public vote, and having a panel of professionals and lawyers look it over, this design was selected.
It wasn't my original idea.
Winner Tyler Mitchell says the news caught him by surprise.
Once I tried the star, it just spoke. I felt like this was not only Amarillo, but Amarillo, Texas.
Back in November, City Attorney Marcus Norris told us the new design would be sure to go through the proper legal steps to make sure the new logo was original.
Properly vetted this time.
That's what local attorney Chris Stewart said was his duty.
When the city had narrowed down the finalists, we initially did a vetting look, kind of a top-level look, and then as they further narrowed down the finalists for the logo, we then did a more in-depth search for the logo that you saw presented today.
The result?
We didn't see any problems.
Now the city will move forward with the new design.
We'll use the logo on things like pins and gimme caps and things like that,
with hopes of putting the old one behind them.
Security threats continue to rise as we get closer to the Winter Olympics in Russia. What the U.S. and other countries are doing to prepare ahead on your news at noon.
And we're going to be tracking some snow chances, but also some very frigid weather headed this way, and how long it's going to hang around. That's coming up next.